Somewhere downtown, Shanghai, an IB economics teacher says,
"You're going to tell me that teaching kindergarten is more than coloring with crayons."
Deeply offended, the kindergarten teacher says,
I'm like, Joe, you would never last 5 minutes in my kindergarten class.
And so the class swap project was born.
It's summertime, and it's the time to strut strong. I'm gonna strut.
And that's kind of the point of this whole thing. That's how this whole thing started, right?
Yes, I would say it's a lot more than crayons. I would say that anyone who thinks about crayons and painting and then that's it when it comes to kindergarten, not only doesn't understand kindergarten, but doesn't understand the process of education.
Like recess and nap.
No, I
Do
think
kids
it's
get physically tired, intellectually tired?
I think for me, I set my kids up for success.
Wow. That's like a tagline.
As an IB economics teacher and a kindergarten teacher, what skill set do we both have to kind of share in common? I'm feeling a connection with you. Right?
Okay, like kids that can come in, we're not unpacking bags, we're unpacking ideas. Ooh, there you go.
I mean, we're unpacking ideas too. For me personally, I don't care what it looks like, it's about the focus on the details.
So in fact, I do the exact same thing in economics class, but with an economic problem. What diagram will you come up with?
Done. And that isn't what this was all about. What this is all about is the work ethic.
So you're giving credit for effort.
Praise, even, because if someone sits here that long, I'm stopping the whole class to say,
"Run, shoot!" And then you're not gonna believe it, but
my goal is for purposeful play.
I think for me, it's the idea of just really working with the data, break them down.
So almost like they're playing with the data. That is why they come to you able to do that. I have allowed them space to come in and to play and experience it. As I'm analyzing and assessing, I'm looking for and I'm observing. You switch play and manipulate. How they totally mean in a lot of ways the same.
Connections between the KG classroom and IB classroom. So IB Economics is a 2-year course. In my classroom, we do a lot. The idea is that kids are able to take the theory and then take that theory and apply it to real life situations.
Right.
And so that's a big part of what we do on a regular basis, giving students the opportunity to access, analyze information, and then communicate effectively about that information. We're driven by the IB economic curriculum that has a list of content.
Which we do have. It's always very rich, I think, our content in kindergarten. Joe, so this is the dramatic play area. Always great, I've noticed, to try on the different materials as well. That's dramatic play. Games are an essential part. We're working on number sense, and then what we do is we flip them over.
It's like poker. Ooh. So really, you're teaching the kids to gamble here.
All right, you play with them, you ask them those questions, because that's when the teacher comes out of the game.
Gotcha.
The questions you're asking. All right. So, this is the observational drawing table. I asked the question, Joe. Is this your best work? Can we try to make it fun in some way, Joe?
Oh, that's a great question. I would argue that it's fun in and of itself.
We're switching for the day. So I'm switching for this class. And then Joe will be in my class on Thursday.
Hello, come on in.
A really interesting moment in here where the kids were just like in awe of the fact that we were doing this project.
Oh dude, those kids are gonna be scared to do that.
You're teaching elementary school? Think about education a whole
I don't feel like I was successful, and I think at least one of the parts is because you know the kids' names, you know their idiosyncrasies, you know their issues. Good to see you. What's your name?
Austin.
Nice to see you, Austin.
You don't have brown.
I don't have brown. That's right. I don't have brown. The kid lying on the floor was feeling sick the whole time. The sheer volume of energy that it takes to do your job. I was trying to figure out what can I do to motivate this child to to do the task. I want to make it nice and beautiful. Is that the best work you can do?
Some of the questions I would have asked is, what are you doing? Because there were some students in here that weren't a part of the debates, who were kind of quiet. And my approach to get them involved, I don't think it necessarily worked.
Right. They weren't playing the way the game was intended to be playing. But they were playing. Particularly in the dress-up corner, nothing ever resulted. They had tape going all over the place. And when that tape came out, like, I get that they were playing, but the question is playing, parentheses, screwing around. I feel like they were doing things, but like what they actually learned, I don't know. Like what they actually achieved, I don't know.
They were taking tape to create something that was not there, just like in here, by using these materials right here. Okay, so I don't want to see any grass. But in here, does that make sense? They were like, okay, what are we gonna do? Like, give us what you need us to do.
Wait, sorry, I have a question.
Yes, please.
When we break into groups, there's gonna be like 6 of us, 6, 7
There's
of
gonna be
us.
6.
I mean, like, it says what we do as an economist. What if we have like different views?
What if you have different routes? Now, this is another kindergarten. Watching your students use Play-Doh, use Legos, use all these things to create.
This is an economic decision.
And to tell me something about economics.
So our only solution is to really rely on foreign powers to come in, stabilize the region, and take out the resources for their own good.
And they were able to do that because of what you've given them, right? I think the difficult thing for me was if you didn't have the true understanding of the content, you serve no purpose really. So I'm going to try my best today to teach. But I know nothing, so externalities. I probably understand externalities a lot less than you do. But what I've realized more in this project is every decision that we make is an economic decision.
Like I felt that pressure. My God, there's 5 kids over there. There's only supposed to be 4. 4, 5. How many people are here? Somebody's got to find somebody else to go.
I didn't really teach them anything today because I was able to just observe.
From us, so they don't actually need it from us, right?
It's just cheap, much cheaper.
Well, I feel like, I can control the outcome here. I can direct the outcome. I don't feel like I could direct the outcome there. Just because I don't think maybe I didn't know enough, like this is what we should be able to do. Because I knew, like there were 12 kids, it's 13 kids, I was trying to get 13 portraits. And at one point I'm counting, I'm like, oh, I got 8, I got 5 more. Who's not here? Okay, you're not. So to me that was very goal-oriented, which is kind of what I was trying to do. I need someone who hasn't drawn their picture yet, their beautiful picture. Have you drawn your beautiful picture? Come on over here, my friend. Then there's the other kid, the kid that just wouldn't do it. The kid that wouldn't do the drawing. Have you made your drawing yet? Well, you have to move over there.
Awesome, thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Clean it up, let's go. Let's go, put this away.
They might have been completely bored out of their minds.
I would not. Where are you going? Why are you touching me? Touching. No touching. All right, here you go. Everyone scoot back a little bit. All right, this made the wolf so angry.
It won't help us with the IB exam.
Right.
It's helpful, but it wouldn't help with the IB exam.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's fun.
If more people at schools that are K through 12 did this type of project, you're building relationships that aren't like at the happy hour. But if we facilitate it, this is a model to do a few more next year. But we're not swapping, right? So we get some people who are interested, we have them swap, and we help to facilitate the conversations, and we make it some kind of a series. And if you think about it, in an adult's life, Joe, I'm sure you take naps.
Yeah, so you think that your class kind of puts kids to sleep?
When your kids go off to Columbia, Harvard, Yale, okay?
And that's where they all go at SAS.
That's where they all go.
Okay? At SAS, they all go to
They all go.
Harvard,
You got a lot darker.
I can tell you, I've never used that line. Is this your best work?
Bombing is not. Bombing has not. Moving is bad for both sides.
I can see when Joe is teaching you guys. It's like, yeah, first thing we're gonna do is gonna bomb.
You hear quote Joe Early. I sold some crystal meth to elementary schoolers the other day, and I didn't feel bad about it. You know why? Because he made a lot of money.